kind of going most of the day, I guess. Well, mostly kind of actually doing my hair. So I did this. um, it's like when I don't know, when you manifest. I'm coming in, sorry, because I feel like I need to whisper. I'm on the balcony, and you would think that I would have some privacy on the balcony, but not really. Um, so when a person works on some things that they're really anxious about, this is a manifestation technique that I need to remind myself. Sometimes you got to put in the work, but then let it go. Okay, so I put in the work, and I think last week, and I really kind of was making myself more anxious than I needed to be about something, and I put in the work though, and then I was like, you know what, I can't right now, and just let it go. And so because I let it go, I put in the work and let it go. Today things are, I don't know, things are pretty okay. I kind of was stressing myself out about the financial in the insurance part for my brother situation. I'm still stressing out a little bit. Like, even though I was like, I need to call these people and see, like, I need to make arrangements to figure out what I know my brother qualifies for this program, but I just want to make sure, so I'm just being anxious about it. But anyway, so, um, and then I'm also renovating, which is also, if you are a homeowner, you already know, it's like, my refrigerator is going out on me. So yeah, there's a lot of anxiousness. So I'm shopping for a refrigerator, which I'm probably just gonna go ahead and get just whatever, a refrigerator. But I was waiting on the one handyman that I'd worked with a couple of years ago, and just because I'd worked with him before, and I want to work with him again. So part of the project was I thought I was going to be able to do myself, but I'm like, you know what? I can't take the risk of going underneath the house and trying to do stuff when I shouldn't be doing that. And I'm a caretaker now. I have, like, not to say that I don't have responsibilities beyond my brother, but I have responsibilities that if I get hurt, then my brother really will be in the soup. Okay, so I can't not just hurt myself trying to fix something. So anyway, um, I sent a message to the handy person this morning, and and then he responded, I guess a few hours ago. So I just checked, and I was like, oh, ooh, this is finally happening. So hopefully I can get what needs to be done before other things can be done this week. Um, yeah, I have my paint swab in my purse, so I need to go get paint. Um, all the kind of things, all that kind of stuff. So I'm hiring for my brother because I am going out of town. And as I get closer, I guess I'll let people know where I'm going because I'm a musician, y'all. Um, I'm an educator, a teacher, and I am a musician. And a lot of people don't realize, like, because I have another kind of a friend of a friend. I don't want to name drop, but this person is in a famous band, and he's on social media, and he's mostly on Facebook. I'm gonna just be honest. So I know I'm on Facebook through friends of a friends and all that stuff. So he's a musician. He's in a famous band, and when he travels, it's like a work trip. So you get to see the inside of his life, and that it's not all glamorous. He's got a wife and kids and all this other stuff, and it is what it is. It's a work job. So I just is not as active as he is, but I also work out of town sometimes, and I have to go make the money out of town. Um, so this will be an extended trip. I haven't been out and about for this long in a long time, and hopefully, we'll get some things done. Like I said, as it gets closer, I'll probably let you know on my other channel. Like, I'm a musician, Nerd Queen. So like and subscribe here, and maybe I'll put the link in for Nerd Queen as well. So yeah, so we're preparing to go for like 9 days um, out of town. That's all I'll say for now, but it's a big deal. But anyway, um, so I'm just trying to set up everything for him, my brother now, but he's also improving, and that's good. So a lot of the supplements that I'm giving him are working. I'm trying to curb this sugar craving that I just realized that he emptied out the sugar container today. So I'm kind of portioning out sugar for him. Trying to make sure he's got fresh fruit if he wants sugar. Um, the sleeping has been up and down a little bit this week and last week too. I'm hoping that it gets better. The only reason why, again, I'm kind of whispering is because he is asleep now, and um, he gets maybe 3-ish, 4 hours of sleep, and then he'll wake up. And depending on his mood or depending on what's going on, he might either get a snack and go lay back down, or other strange, odd things start happening. Okay. The worst case scenario, he leaves the apartment for hours. Yeah. Um, but he's not been so much watching television. I should have mentioned he is now adapting his own mental diet. And that is so important, y'all. Like, for everyone's wellness. But even in his situation, he's very impressionable because of his condition. And I think that was giving him a lot of like busyness in his mind, if that makes sense, that he didn't need, that he wants to heal, you know? So I think he's doing a lot of like refusing to watch TV right now. He's kind of slipping back into doing certain things that he probably shouldn't be doing, but you know, this is a battle in a war that we're working on. Okay. And um, again, still trying to seek out the therapy. Now, for this other thing, so the nurse, I got 2 sets of, I guess, caregivers while I'm away. One set will come in the morning, make sure he gets the more important medicine. They're both important, but the more important medicine that helps him with his mood regulation. Um, and then the afternoon medication, which involves the sleeping pill basically in his supplements, so that when he goes to sleep, he'll get some sleep. Because even if he doesn't get sleep, he's going to be affected. You know, his mood and his like thinking, all of it, and that goes for everybody, really. Um, but I've got the morning people. I've signed those contracts. As we get closer to the day, I guess they said that they want a nurse to come by and examine him and all this other stuff, so that I don't hold them liable if something happens to him or things like that. Then the afternoon person, for which we talked about, she came last week. We met, interviewed a little bit, but she actually, let's see, she sent me a text this morning, and she was just like checking in. She was like, "Hey, how's everything?" And it made me think. It's like, yeah, I am looking for a freelance nurse, pretty much, or a freelance caregiver, and I don't know what rates they have. And the thing is, it's like I'm already paying so much and on a teacher's salary, so I'm hoping that my this channel, YouTube channel, can do a lot better. I might need to put in some things that might help support me and my brother a little bit more, so I can pay this nurse. There's things that I buy him, supplements that he uses and I use. So I'm gonna just tell y'all now, you might see more supplements mentioned on here for that reason, so that we can afford it. Because when it's just me biohacking, I can easily spend $100 easily on supplements, you know. And now that I'm having him on a lot of them too, that's an added expense. Um, so yeah, you might see me, talk a lot more about supplements and other things and teas and things like that. Which again, I was like thinking, duh. I've introduced him to mushroom tea or coffee. It's a better alternative to the caffeine, even though caffeine can be a nootropic. And a nootropic is kind of like a brain booster. But too much caffeine can be harmful. So he doesn't understand limits. So yeah. So mushroom coffee is a lot easier, and it is also superfood. So I'm glad there's good and bad. I'm glad more people are embracing the mushrooms, but it's also driving up the price of mushrooms. Because I was enjoying my mushrooms for years until everybody started now drinking mushrooms and stuff. But anyway, um, yeah, things are getting better. And, he's taking his medicine by himself a little bit more now. I'm proud. I'm getting proud. Mhm. Um, this anxiety, sorry, the anxiety part, I don't know. I'm gonna need some support on that. He says he's working on it, but we'll see. We just had, now I'm gonna get a little woo woo. All right, so we just had the new moon about 4 or 5 days ago, and I did something, a little something, something in there as far as like an intention, and I want him to be more independent. You know, if he can't heal, I do want him to gain more independence and more accountability in his health and wellness. You know, um, so that we can, just I keep telling him, so we can have a happy life. So we can go and have fun. Like I would totally like, and that's what I think, that's what I was trying to do. Maybe again, I've talked about this in other videos. Like I'm super anxious about just taking him places and like, let's go here, let's go there, let's go do this, let's go do that. And he wasn't ready yet. You know, he just wasn't ready yet. Um, just to make up for lost time because he was missing. And I'm gonna cut this. I'm gonna end this now because I still have a few more things in there I need to do. I just stopped because I need to stop. Sometimes I do just need to take a break because it's always go go go. What can I do? What else can I do for him? What else can I do for him? And then I don't want to build a resentment, but I also know what he's been through, and it wasn't easy. And nobody should have to literally live on the streets, and they don't have to. So, our cousin, which is our father's cousin, kind of sent me a message, and there's somebody like trying to call me now, the other day, and he was like checking in. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he's kind of like an uncle. That's kind of how I see him sometimes. But anyway, so I hadn't heard from him for a very long time. I did hear that he broke his hip. He's older than my dad, so he's in his late 70s now, but he's doing pretty okay. So he sent me a text saying, "Hey, how are things?" And I was like, "I'm gonna just tell him what happened to my brother and all the things." He's like, "Whoa, all this happened?" It's like, "Yeah, all this happened, you know." And I'm glad I got him. I might get grumpy sometimes, but I'm glad I got him. Getting better. But we're definitely gonna need more income. But yeah, and I'll figure out something. There's some things I'll just figure it out. But like and subscribe. Tell your friends. If you, I think what really and I am, I said I was going to end this. So, more people should be talking about mental health and mental wellness, seriously. Because I have been since my brother has come here, I've had to be transparent. I've had to tell my work. I had to, because of things that had happened. And again, please watch that playlist, because I'm you see me literally do like in the middle of doing things. Sometimes I'm sitting down. Sometimes I'm, going from my home to this apartment. Sometimes I'm at the stakeout at Walmart because my brother has run off. Sometimes I'm chasing him out of the doctor's office because he ran out. And like, this is real talk. So I think more people should be talking about these kind of things when it comes to being a caregiver. Because I keep looking for the others. I know they're out there, but nobody wants to go on a camera and talk about it. You know? Nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm okay talking about it. you know? I don't know if my brother will ever talk about it, but I'm trying to guard his peace as much as possible in privacy. Because again, he's been through a lot. And now he deserves to get some rest. Okay? We deserve to be healthy. So I don't know what the future's gonna bring. He is on disability. I don't know what this administration, the president or whatever is out here, what they're trying to do, but I gotta figure it out some kind of way. Okay. All right, friends. Take care. Bye.